guys, it is Tuesday, August 13th. It is 6:46 a.m. in the morning. Happy Tuesday, happy Tuesday. Hey, ho, hey, ho, happy Testimony Tuesday. Whew. I hope you guys are doing well this morning. I hope you slept well. Just hope everyone is doing well. I'm so sleepy this morning. I'm so sorry. I went to bed early. I nodded off. Then I woke up. Nodded off and I woke up. I was so tired, but I couldn't go to sleep. And then Lavelle was like, "How does that work?" I was like, "I'm up, right? But I'm tired. I would like very much so to be asleep right now, but I could not sleep." And then, y'all, everything started cramping up on me, so I was just up. It got worse around 1 something. So I was in a hot bath until about 2:30 maybe. So about an hour, 1 something to 2 something. I was in the hot bath. And then I got out. I was like, okay, this should do it. I should go right to sleep. I went to sleep, but I didn't go right to sleep. And then I woke up. So it's been an off and on thing all morning, all night. I think I'm coming down with something. I say that a lot, but it's the truth. Like, allergies will make you feel like you're coming down with something, or make you feel like you have caught something, right? And so that's what it is most of the time. But like, I just feel really under the weather, sluggish. Almost feel like my eye wanna, like the pink eye, but there's no crust there, nothing. It's just, as you can see, half open, and it itches. So maybe, I don't know. I'm just having a rough day today, y'all. But God is good. I'm awake. I'm up, sheltered, clothed in my right mind. Got a job to go to. I already restarted my computer. I just gotta log in, and I'm waiting for my phone to charge up so that I can do that. Which is why I figure I would just sit here and chat with you guys a little bit. I didn't donate yesterday. I did go, wasted gas, but not their fault, mine. Because when I went to them, I didn't wait a week. So what happens is, if you're going to one place and then you decide, you know what, I'm going to take a break from here and go to a different place, especially when they're offering different type of bonuses and stuff, you have to wait a week in between. I forgot that. And I know I was told that before, but I just honestly forgot. In my mind, I keep thinking because you can go twice a week, right? So in my mind, I'm thinking, I'm just remembering you can't go twice a week to one place and then turn around and still try to go somewhere else in that same week. So that's what's in my brain, which is why when I went to my normal place on, I think it was Tuesday. No, it was Thursday. When I went to my normal place on Thursday, instead of going back a second time on Thursday, I went a second time on Saturday. I went to the old place on Saturday as a returning donor, new donor. But I should have. What I should have done was went to my regular place for the second time for that week, and then sit this week out, and then go to the new place, right? So you have to have a week in between there. And I just did not, I didn't remember that. So when I went in, she was like, because their systems.
Want to try tower again?
I don't know why. I mean, you keep up with your stuff. Is that it right there? What's that? Is that gray?
No, it's not outside.
No, okay, then use the one you got. Use that one. Use that one. Because I'm recording. I just put cream on my face too. And when I put that cream around my face, my eyes, sometimes, not to mention I'm just tired. I really started to take off today and just lay in the bed. That's just how under the weather I feel. But I'm not going to. I'm just going to hang in there as long as I can. But I really do want to just lay in the bed. But yeah, I when I got off work, I went ahead and I went on down there, and it's a little further than the other place. And the streets are so raggedy. Like, I really wish they would fix Cicero and they would fix Laramie. Like, it don't make sense. It do not make, once you turn and you make that right off Washington onto Laramie, from just right before you get to Walgreens right there in the corner, it's okay, but right just before it just I was like, oh my god, like, it don't make sense. And as you go down further on Laramie, when you get to that little like bridge, oh my god, it's like some of these streets, I feel like they want to tear your car up. I made my coffee this morning, you guys. I haven't tasted it yet. Oh, it's so good when I don't taste it, and it's good. And when I'm surprised, it's a good surprise. Oh gosh, that's so good. But anyway, yeah, I wasn't able to, so I have to sit this week out and then come back starting next Monday. Now, here's the thing. I had already in my mind the monies that I was going to get. There's 2 bills that I needed to pay, and I was going to use that to do it, right? But it's okay. God is good. God is good. God knows what you need, because I needed a time out because I'm constantly going. And it was really weighing on me. Sometimes you gotta take a break. And I know the boys be like, Mommy, you need to stop going. You need to this, you need to that. So this is a good thing. I'm gonna take this break. And let's see. One bill is due on the 15th, which is this Thursday. Obviously, it's gonna be late. But the next bill is due on the 20th. So, since I'll go donate on Monday, I'll make sure that, my iron is good, protein good, whatever. When I go donate on Monday, right, that money's I will use to pay Comcast. And then I get paid on Wednesday. That will go toward the biggest bill, and then that second bill. So I'll be okay, caught up for the most part for a week. No, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Yeah. But yeah, I'll be caught up for at least 2 weeks, and then yeah, I'll donate Monday. But I don't know if they'll let me do Wednesday, or will they make me wait till Saturday? Because I'm thinking I'll be good Wednesday because I skipped a week, right? So yeah, I'm gonna make it where I go Mondays and Wednesdays, boom, out of the way, and then I'm free for the rest of the week. So yeah, and just hold on to that money as much as possible for some other things that have to be done. So yeah, God is good. Guys, yesterday I was watching this young lady on Soft White Underbelly. And again, keep in mind, a lot of these people that I'm watching, it's old, like it's like a year old, maybe two. I'm looking at catching old stuff. Like, do y'all remember Zimmerman? I forgot his first name. I think it was Robert Zimmerman, the one that eat those crazy bizarre foods. And so I was watching some of his old ones yesterday, and it might have been some new ones, but it had been a while since I had seen him. It was just like, I just, to remember it, to go back, like, oh right, that's right, you eat this crazy stuff. Let me correct myself, not necessarily crazy stuff, but different, compared to what I eat. You will be cat from just every freaking way, y'all. Damn. You will be, well, you won't be surprised, because by now we all know, right, that we all know that there are some foods out there that to other people they're delicacies. To us it might just sound or look or be crazy. And man, stuff. But anyway, I just watched him for a moment. It's hard to stomach some of that, but I only watched him just for a moment. And then I watched, like I said, Soft White Underbelly, because I was just tired. And so this young lady on there, she was so pretty to me, right? Beautiful. They show pictures of her before and pictures of her now, and she's had blonde hair, pretty eyes, and she was just gorgeous. But she didn't like that version of her, because it was what other people expected of her, felt she should look like and be, and all of that. And as that person, she had, her dad at times wasn't nice to her, or his wife, which wasn't her mom. She just had some issues there. But her and her dad get along fine now. Her family, everybody get along. They support her. They love her. Her grandma, everybody. She's a wonderful, wonderful relationship with her family. And she was saying, when people look at her, they automatically assume, oh, she must have had a hard life, or she must have been this, she must have been that. She did go through some things outside of the family, like, her first one, I guess it was her first boyfriend. I forget if it was her first one or not, but he was quite abusive to her. I found out in the second interview later that she had never dated white guys, and she's white. It was always Hispanic or something like that. But yeah, the guy she was with was very, very abusive to her. He would beat on her and take her monies and just do weird stuff, make her get a tattoo and then tell her she's stupid for doing it, and then her dad told her, listen, if you're going to continue to be with this person, you're going to have to leave here, because she was staying with her dad at that time. And so she ended up having to get her own place, and it was at that time that she let this guy go and was like, okay, I got to get it together. And it was also at that time that his wife was somewhat abusive too. So she decided, look, I got to get out here. And so in order to afford the beautiful apartment that she has and things that she had, she started to dance. I don't think she was yeah, she was. She started early. She also, sold her body But she stopped that, I believe. And she did all that at a young age. Um, she stopped that because part of the reason why she was doing it, she felt I need to help out at home. She had, yeah, that was it. She was at one point because she was doing it young instead of going to school. That's what she was doing. Going home with these men, and so she can help pay the bills and stuff at home with her mom. She has two sisters by two different dads. One sister dad is dead. The other one was just I don't think he wasn't nice or something. But the man that her mom with now takes care of both of them. But so she felt she had to step in and help out as well. So one of her sisters is 19, one is 14. The 19-year-old one, she really doesn't want that one to go down the same, none of them really, but she doesn't want that one to go down the same path that she did. She wants her to bypass that. Yes, you have to go through some things to figure out and decide who you are and what you want, test the waters a bit, but it's some things she want her to not do, to avoid, obviously, that she did. She's looking at her and she's like, okay, I can see her going down the same path. She's doing some of the same things, or da. So, some of that money she was using to help take care of her family. And so she went from that to dancing and OnlyFans. And she just was speaking how they would have her do the strangest things, and, dancing. People would just try to touch her and just all kind of stuff, while she's on stage, trying to put their hand in her and all kind of stuff. And she would tell them, or they tongue. And she was like, how you know I don't have a disease? And when they do, she said that, they get scared, look all crazy. She's like, why do I even have to go that far with people? Like, come on. I'm not up here for that. I'm up here to put on a show for you, yes. And she's like, at this club, they completely naked. And she was like, I shouldn't have to go through that, but it is what it is. That's how she, is paying the bills and, car and all of this, and helping take care of her family. So what she ended up doing was she has her ears pierced with those big holes that people do, some people, and she has tattoos on her face, all over her body. She has one long sleeve, butterflies all over. She's pretty much tatted up all over, and then her face, her neck, and then her eyes. She even had her eyes tattooed, her eyeballs tattooed, right? She had her teeth sharpened. Yeah, and so he was, Mark was just asking, is that a call for help? Like, are you doing it for attention? What made you do this? And she was like, I wanted to be different. Get out of the skin that I was in. And, not look the way other people felt I should look, and whatnot. Right? And the other, when she was a normal person, she was beat up and treated like crap, and she was going through and suffering from depression and bipolar, and I forget what caused this. I forget exactly what caused it. Was it because she was being abused? I forget what it was exactly that caused that. It was something somebody gave her, because he asked her, "Are you on drugs? Anything?" She don't smoke. She don't drink nothing. She don't even take medication unless she has to. And it was because it was something somebody gave her, and it caused her to flip out, and she had to go to the hospital. And they diagnosed her, because of that. It messed up something. But anyway, so, yeah, she said people, because of how she looked now, all tatted up and everything, some people would be like, oh, you're ugly, this, that, and the other. But she's okay with herself. And her main thing was not to judge. Stop judging people from the outside. Get to know who they are. Because in talking to her, you can tell and hear and see that this girl is pretty dang intelligent, very smart, very well spoken. Oh my God, very nice young lady. But yeah, she was to look at. She said some people say she looked like a demon, and that's because she got her eyeballs tattooed. And I couldn't tell. I was like, is she going for a reptile? I don't know. It was just like they black, but I don't know. It's different. Um, and her teeth is like really sharp, and I don't know. It's crazy. But it's her. It really was. I mean, I don't know. It suited her, I guess. She was comfortable in her skin, so it made it look just normal. And like she said, with everything that go on, with everything people accept in the world today, they can't accept me. That's what she thought was crazy. She was like, dang. She was like, even in the club that she dances at, all the other tattoos is fine, but the ones on her face, she can't. They don't accept that. So before she dances, she has to put all this makeup on to cover up the tattoos on her face. She was like, wow, you know. Lavelle, you gonna put that stuff back? What? I know you. That boy come in here and make a whole hell mess and then leave.
Of course I'm coming back. I just went to go put something up real
Well,
quick.
I didn't see you. I just saw you from the corner.
I hate that when
Yeah, sometimes it's like that in the morning though, and I don't feel so hot today either. Look, Lavelle, this is what I was talking about.
Hold on 1 second.
I got it. Just go ahead on. Go ahead on. I know it's frustrating, y'all, but I can't help it. I try to be as neat and organized as I possibly can, especially when you're in a small space, right? Things that be out of place, it just annoys me a lot sometimes. You know, sometimes I'm a little bit, you can't stop, don't do that. But yeah. So the next time she was on the show, I mean, she's really battling depression. And so the next time she was on the show, because he asked her, well, do you believe in love? And she's like, yeah, but, it's just finding somebody that's, she says, I don't even think about it right now. I've gone years and will continue to go years by myself because people are out to hurt you or use you. They think, oh, she got money. And she was like, no, I'm out here just like you are. But yeah, so she was like, no. And so this time when she came back on the show, she had a young man with her. Very cute, actually, white boy with blonde hair. And she says he totally wasn't her type. I mean, this is not, like she said, I've never dated a white boy, even though she's white. But, when people look at them, you would think, when you look at her, you would think most people judge. So when you're judging, if you look at her, you think she's wild, she's crazy, she's sick, something wrong with her, she been misused, she this, she that, she, going through something. And actually, she's totally the opposite. Like, she's very calm, she's very this. He's more out, going than she is, right? And Mark was asking, what was it about her that, drew her to you? He said, the fact that, he says, I've seen people with tattoos, this and other, but the fact that she was so comfortable in her skin, and we just got to talking, and we just been together ever since, and he says, I love her for her. And she says he was what she needed to come up out of that depression. Like, it was days she didn't want to get up, she didn't want to put clothes on, she did this, she that. He was like, no, we're going to come up out of this, And sometimes that's what you need. Like, there's always somebody for everybody. But this time on the show, she's got more tattoos. And she said she was going to get more. But she also had her tongue split. Like the lizards. I was like, oh, goodness. That's... Ooh. But yeah, mainly she just spoke about judging. Stop judging people. And I agree 100%. That we spend so much time judging, and the Lord say don't judge. At the end of the day, it's between them and God, right? and she said, I grew up very church. She said, as a Christian. She says, matter of fact, some of my family members are so overly holy, but they support and they love her for her. And she was like, the Lord said, don't judge. And it did, so she know the word. But, demons know the word too. But you just don't get that from her. You get a beautiful person. Like I said, very well spoken. I mean, just a beautiful person. Y'all, Chapo, man, yesterday he was running around and jumping and flipping and threatening. Chapo, get away from my shirts. I don't want your fur all over my clothes. Get on, cat. Go on. Go. Don't you get your fur all over my clothes. He going back and forth, like he bugged me until I got up and fed him this morning. And it's like, okay, now you're fed. You can go. It's crazy. What's up? So guys, it's 7:12. I'm gonna go ahead and get ready here. Situated. Need to charge my phone. Let's take this charger back. Chopper, go sit down somewhere, bruh. Move. Just go hanging on the door. Yeah, no. What was I thinking? Hanging on the door is like candy for Chopper. Even when I was trying to charge up my phone, he's snatching the cords. My kitchen clean. I got up yesterday and I came home. I cooked a whole chicken and Alfredo, just chicken Alfredo for the side, but without the chicken in it because I had made a whole chicken and it was so good. It was so good. Cleaned up my kitchen last night, so there's nothing for me to clean up. I am gonna take this week to try to relax. Get this weight off. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, you guys, and get ready, signed in. You guys remember to say your prayers, okay? Not just for your family, friends. Chapo, stop it. Oh, not just for your family, friends, and loved ones, but for all your brothers and sisters in Christ. Remember to treat people the way God would, okay? Hey! And expect great things to happen to you, through you, and for you, okay? I want them to enjoy yourself, don't get me wrong, but you really do be doing a little bit too much. A little too much. Like, cut it out. What? Okay. Okay. Logged in there. Definitely gonna change glasses. Right now I'm fine, but Alright, you guys, let me go ahead and get it situated here. Again, enjoy your day. Bid the Lord's will. I'll talk to you later in the day. I am going to try to get all the videos, like I'm constantly stacking up. And I'm trying to stay on top of it. I really am. I really am. I went from trying to make sure to get it done every day, skip, to just yeah, so anyway, guys, let me go ahead and focus, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye now. Hey guys, how are you doing so far today? It is on my lunch break, 11:30, just a little bit after. So frustrated. My computer cut off on me, and the work that I was doing, I didn't save. Now, everything else was saved, but not this. And my face is just broke out. It did that recovery. But I clicked out on it. And I'm trying to sit here and remember I was in the process of entering these freaking notes. Oh my God. Now the good thing is I already did my tracker. So I can use that. It's just going to be time consuming. I can use that to go back and complete whatever notes I didn't finish. I think I know where I stopped. Oh God. I know I did the ones that's most important was receiving the payment and the numbers. But yeah, thank God I did my tracker. I can go back to my tracker and see what I did, but crap. It's so frustrating. The fire department was out here. I don't know what was going on over there for a little bit. I got kicked out. It's my own fault. I should have stayed put in my seat. Anyway, guys, I hope you're having a great day today. It is indeed a beautiful day out. It's a beautiful day. I'm a little sleepy. So I just wanted to check in and see how you guys were doing. I did have the freaking man. I did have a salad earlier. sorry, guys. Me and Jeremiah was just talking about this yesterday. He was trying to take a shower. He was putting his hair up, and the rubber bands kept popping. I told him I got these from my sister. You don't tell her how long she had these rubber bands forever. Some of them didn't even have no more elasticity to them. It was like, it was weird. It was a weird floppy feeling. I was like, I don't know what that done turned into. Almost like a hard plastic that as soon as you pull it, it just pop. Chapo going around snatching the rubber bands out of stuff, out the garbage, playing with them. Yesterday, I had my purse on the bed and it was open. And he goes in my purse and takes my squeezy thing out. Crazy cat. Anyway, y'all, I just wanted to check on you, see how you're doing. I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to close my eyes till about 11:50 and then get back in here and figure out. It's just going to be time consuming. But get in here and get what I got to do done. Anyway. Some interesting people out. But we talked about that earlier. Let's not judge because you don't know what somebody's going through. Can't judge a book by the cover. Look at me. You can't judge. Oh, it's hot. Anyway, guys, I'll talk to you later. Just like I said, wanted to check in on you. Bye.